BSE. Either they respect the Ogren, same thing that will take down the Luong, depending on how one they go with this. So far, it's like, okay, we've seen the picks chosen here in our tables. Arlie's banned, Yuan as well. Mai and Adolia. Good thing that Nova here had eyes on the Zhangfei first. I was really expecting, that's what you said, that we might come to a situation the Zhangfei might be banned in certain games in the knockout stage. But it was like more of a chase on what they're willing to gambit in the first part.
Yeah, I think no team wants to ban out the Zhangfei. It will be a wasted ban, right? Imagine having an opponent pick a Yuan in exchange for Zhangfei. They will come in with the stunts and it's going to be a huge problem. But the starting draft coming out from Nova, I like the save as well as the damage potential coming in. And right now, I think that's a stronger start compared to what BSE have. But of course, this is not the end of the draft. They have decent burst damage, decent catch as well. Let's see, what are the tanks that are going to come through?
Well, speaking of tanks coming through there, man, like they've taken the Gun and Mo with them. They know that it's the Zhangfei Gun and Mo versus in the front line, but taking this both on their side, this is like a continuous damage and poke and frontline setups. But the Bishop Handling it's like a staple respect here, and as well as the Lee and Po. Wow, they banned it out for BSE. The Ming is the Ming is open, right? Yeah, the Ming is open, but they still don't want to go. They still respecting the Lee and Po potentially from BSE.
Yeah, Nova fearing for that same combination they just put across to the side of BSE. And likewise, BSE, I think, paying a lot of respect to the lane bans, right? We've already seen how a lane is able to just jump onto the back lines and get rid of the farm lane. And I like this pick. It is going to be the more to support Roam coming in for the side of BSE. So we're looking at a lot of disruptions coming in, which is a pain to deal with for the lineup of Nova.
Disruptions is the key here for BSE. Like the Matsu here, we haven't seen it much yet, but good thing that if you want to pair it with the Lady Sun, this is like the distance you want to go for. You want to keep using that poke early game, and you just keep on going until you find the right position for Lady Sun to be in position. So this time, it's Nova. They would need to have a solution here, especially for the Lady Sun. What would they go for?
Wow,
really?
I don't really agree with this because there's too much risk coming in. I love the Guan Yu to bits, likewise, but you're dealing with Morts that has so many answers to you, right? They have the Cannon Blast, they have the Think Inside the Box, and you also have the Lady Chen with the Flowing Sign, with the Ocean of Tears, Destructive Deluge. And then you have the Dharma, who's able to give you the truth, give you the enlightenment, slow, stuns, knockups, knockbacks. Everything is against enhancing. Everything is a problem to this Guan Yu.
Yeah, BSE, they have controlled the map earlier than expected in game number 2. And with this crowd control that a kid has been putting up against the lineup of a BSE was really great.
Yeah, so of course, now we want you to support your players regardless of the results. Join the HOK camp and rate your favorite players in the championship, participating teams as well. You will be able to walk away with some in-game prizes.
Yep, also you got more perks in the Friday Frenzy as well, because we have been getting some amazing skins, guys. So go ahead. It's always like an HOK Friday with Friday Frenzy. And also that, get the perks in. Who's gonna get this game? 1-1. This is game number 3.
Okay, so it looks like a Nova. They want to prioritize this shield tactic, right? And right now, Waypit is taking so much pain, but at the same time, JR is the one that has to be pushed back.
Yeah, I think that this is like the wonders of having a Matsu with you, right? And this not having the ultimate just yet. It's just the great amount of passive that we're seeing always. Like it's like the fight for peace skill on once you reach that third hit, you automatically knock back people from the front line. So with that kind of state that the Zhangfei is in, without having the ultimate just yet, yeah, this is the way to go if you want to keep healing your front line. No wonder he was going around here trying to use the advantage for vision as well. And as a Zhangfei, you would need to activate your rages too.
Okay, I want to look at the opposite side of the map as well. I have very big concerns for Xun. This Guan Yu, I don't know, it doesn't make sense to me.
Okay, Man, okay, it's fine. Like, the Guan Yu here, I know there's a backline here that could come from a counter from Siang with the Dharma. It was a struggle, right, from game number 1 that we've seen the Guan Yu being used as the
Potential in
clash
the
line.
mid.
Yeah, potential also. So this is like a question. How will they utilize this hero? They have displacement, yes, but with a great amount of crowd control that be countered against you for an automatic kill, yeah, I can feel where you're coming from, man.
Yeah, so Xuan now level 3, already behind Xiang in the clash lane. And at this point, unless they can figure some other place to find an advantage, once again, I think Xuan might be that chink in armor that BSE uses to open them up.
Well, I hope he would have the tools to be in if that situation happens. Meanwhile, Stun following up through with the damage here. Farm lane continuously poking with the pressure.
Okay, so rotations are coming in for the side of BSE, and you can see this. You can start to see the value of the CC, the freeze, the cannon blast, and all of this later on. Definitely, I think Nova will try to figure something out. But as of now, I'm clueless as to what Nova can offer.
It's okay, man. Like, we want to see how this lineup will go. Like, the Ganonma would be the one for a great peel. Muji would have really had a great game in the previous one. Just to make sure you have the damage in make the damage happen for Nova rather by just looking at the gold difference. Muji on the other hand against BSE, Junior not too far gone, but the one thing that stands out here is Musang King with a 100 gold. Although it's just a bit of a change, but it's still growth for this hero to pop off early.
Yep, the only person that has an advantage in the gold for their lane is Wendy. And as it stands now, nobody has been able to stop Musang King from his growth to glory at this point. And I feel like that's a big concern.
Yeah, Wendy here is has a great amount of peel, just a walking damage department here for Nova. And if this will be the start of how they want to amp up Psy by the Ogre again, it was just a question, like, would they really go for this lineup? Because it really revolves on how tempo will start, as we always explain here in English. Just how will they work this out? It is like a question, like a challenge on how to make this through against BSE.
Okay, the first rotation right before this neutral objective is going to be critical for the sides of BSE and Nova, because this will then allow them to step into the appropriate positions to be able to get the catch, especially for players like Che as well as Musang King. They want to be at the exact range to land the skills as well.
All right, but Tyrant is at about half-life. Who's going to go for that one? And it looks like CY has the faster fingers because he's the better jungler.
Fully agreed. So at this point, first Tyrant, of course, going to give this slight benefit, right? I don't think it's going to be a monstrous growth that sets the gap so wide, because, once again, I have to bring this up. This Guan Yu, I don't know how Xuan is supposed to survive, right? He is trying to make waves across the map. Yes, he does have extra move speed, but Xiang has been left virtually untouched.
Yeah, I kind of feel like Juan, I mean, if Nova Esports start to take over with a little bit of map control and they kind of limit the vision that BSE has, Juan is going to have a great time. I think it's one of like those heroes that is kind of like win more, or unless the enemy team is just completely blindsided, they can have a huge team fight. So he's like high risk, high reward kind of thing.
Okay, but it feels like a super high risk kind of draft, right? And at this point, maybe if the game goes late game, we could see some differences.
Yeah, there's a window here for this lineup to pop off, right? If you look at the distance just yet for Nova, oh, he kind of expected that, but good thing he was there just to give information. But one thing also, waves were pushing down bottom. There's no turrets taken as of yet for the bottom lane of Nova Esports, and this is like where the team fight starts nowadays, right? Like, divert the attention, create pressure, but Siang, okay, pulling in some 3 people in here, but Overlord slowly won't be taken just far, not just yet. But going back here, everything starts with the diversion play.
Yeah,
Make something out of the map.
I think at this point, Xuan has already recovered, right? Very close in EXP with Xiang as well. Now, if they start working on this top T1, Muji is going to have a growth in farm as well. He is same levels with JR. Not sure about the goal lead, but it was JR in the lead. And with this tower take, I think he might have gotten himself just by ahead just by a bit.
Well, speaking of having a bit, right? We were questioning the Suwon pick here. The Suwon, not Suwon. I mean the Guan Yu pick, right? He's a player. So with this kind of like decision they have, we expect Suwon to be in positions, especially from the back line, to be an advantage to pick off the Lady Sun.
He's here.
Okay.
Oh, he's on the backside. A nice Razor Cavalry. Nice heroic charge. He goes right in, pushing him back. And they do KJR. That's going to be first blood. CY is going to secure it. But Xiang did get kill Wave Pit in return.
See?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, right? Wave Pit as a roam, he is willing to give his life. We get JR.
How about
the
we interview
farming.
Waypit before we could go that far, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I'm sure he's like, guys, everything was great, but I died. That's not so cool. Not what you said, kid.
As roamers, I accept that part that I need to die for a greater good, but that pickoff from JR, the Lady Sun, that really surprised BSE from behind. Like, man, I was kind of saying Suwon needs to make a play on something. Now, and why was he in position there into the camp of BSE? And that worked so well. BSE was waiting for the right moment to strike, but Nova says, you're wasting too much second here. I want to go for it.
Muchi got caught out. Xiang with the truth, knocking him down. Now Xiang is going to get gone out by CY. Probably wants revenge. No, he's going to let him go. He killed your brother, and he's just like, yo, dude, the door's that way.
Well, it's a lapse of concentration, and right now BSC, if they can hit the mark here, this could be a T1 open up for them, maybe even a kill. Xiang actually takes a T1 on the bot.
Well, speaking of taking objectives, right? This is like the main assignment, objective of Xiang alone in this game. He knows when to make a play by distracting everybody on the map. The control coming in from the bottom lane right now is just a starting factor to make a greater impact in the later stage of the game. He knows what's going to happen at parts that they might lose some team fights, but one thing also is
Oh, but in the mid lane, Jay,
Okay.
gets picked off. CY is going to take down that one. And it looks like Nova Esports will happily take this free T1 with a single shot from Muchi.
Yeah, going back there on my thought, man, it was just the control that Xiang was trying to build against Nova. It was completely disabled the moment Nova got that kill.
Yep, and right now, threatening that T2 with the help of 3 different members on the side of Nova. Xiang unable to find an opening just yet. Maybe he wants to go in. No. It is a very scary situation for the side of BSE to be in. But once again, silver lining. I think Musan King still has not been caught yet.
Yeah, I think that's the most important thing, right? If we want to see the progress of Musan King right now, oh my goodness, that was a very fast
They do some damage.
take out of Nova Esports taking a Tyrant with them, but to check on to the
The thing is that the
advantage.
box actually avoided by CY going around him, and he's kind of styling. CY gets the smite steal.
Yep, and more importantly, they catch eyes onto Xiang, so now they know, hey, this is where the Dharma is at. We will not allow the jump and surprise pick onto the backlines. Muchi, he has been caught off guard a couple of times, and maybe T needs to be a bit more careful.
Yeah, I think position is very key here for Nova to be onto the extended team fights. Musan King have
the
HP.
double dash, trying to get away. The Conductor of Souls doing some work, but Musan Kill does have the shields. He's going to back off. He will be fine, but he took a decent amount and traded blows with CY, who does limp away.
Okay, a build slowly building with Nova, not too far just yet. It could be wrapped around. If in the right circumstances, BSC wants to take advantage of mistakes that Nova can commit, it could happen. But one thing also is happening here is the enhancement or the advancement of the objective. So maybe a few seconds from now, we will see how the diversion is going to happen across the map. We've seen these games similar on how they want to call it. It's mostly like push a lane down bottom, push a lane up top, and that's where the diversion coming from.
It kind of seems like Musan King has just like a different playstyle here. I mean, I think in the last game, he was kind of always in the lane, kind of harassing people with the Ogren. But now with the Hanshin, he knows that, hey, I need a farm, I need to carry my team in the late game. So I'm going to be largely quiet, off the map, just to get as much farm as I can. But he's doing it very quietly.
I think that's one thing that we need to observe as well on how BS is understanding this game. They're respecting the fact that the power spike of Nova Esports here is just so high to handle. So what they want to do here is do it with counterplays. No wonder Musan King is just down here. Nobody spotted him just yet. Tyrant, he would really want to contest this.
They know he's here.
They just saw him. The Tyrant a little bit low. Musan King dashes away to safety. Oh, but Juan with the Razor Cavalry actually didn't connect on anybody, but they got the Tyrant. Wendy will pick this one off. Musan King looking to go. No, he's backing off right now. He's going to leave Xiang in a terrible spot. He's going to go down. CY will take credit for this one. CY continuing to run at them, but now he's going to look to slow things down.
Wow. They were trying to attempt to make Nova Esports think that they might go for that Tyrant, but so far they were really not bothered to get that objective right away. Musan King, though.
Oh, Musan King taking a decent amount, dodges those freshly forged blades. That was pretty close.
Yeah, but he misses the Crimson Golem. It goes into the hands of CY, and this is not a good situation, right? So once again, 2,000 gold lead for the side of Nova, but they have the map pretty much in their favor. In the next 45 seconds, they will have access to this Overlord. In fact, they could even take it with the Primal Bond. It was pretty fast on their Tyrant take, let's be honest.
Yeah, nobody will really commit from BSC right now. Having the Primal Bond is really not a problem, right, for Nova to take this Overlord with them. They will have continuous pressure. From the moment they have completely taken this, yeah, they would really distract the attention of BSC. Good thing Musan King is still pushing down bottom. He knows what's coming. They're still respecting this lineup once more. But the problem is, if they keep on waiting, will it be effective in the later stage of the game to fight back?
I don't know. I mean, at this point, Musang King is so bent on being silent. I feel like he's going to be muted this entire game.
Yeah, he's going to have a hard time. I mean, look, he is great on the Augrane, but in this one it's a little bit more difficult. Musang King trying to go 1 versus 4. Where's the rest of the team? He takes a ton of damage. He's going to back off. CY in return. Ultimate Shell onto them. Wendy limps away as well, but Nova Esports, it was all just a little bit of poking and prodding, just testing the waters a bit.
But Wendy's positioning in this game has been a little bit better, right? He is so safe. And look at the difference. When Wendy is alive, the damage comes true. And Nova will be able to take big fights.
Wait, you have to stay alive to do damage? I feel like I need
Yeah.
to tell all my ranked teammates this because they do not know that.
Wow.
I love the gas in the air, right?
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
it's not the roamer's fault.
Yeah. So
I've been playing farm lately. You know that? I'm a grown man now.
Wow. Oh yeah.
Just saying.
You mean the Luban?
Yeah, Luban.
Oh, okay. Very grown man it is.
All right, Shadow Vanguard looking to push the bottom lane. They're going to be up with Nova Esports. Just kind of, you know, poking and prodding a little bit. Wendy's still just being this nuisance, but they're going to chip it down. BSE cannot defend this bottom T3.
They keep it up. Did you see that peel coming in from Muchi? It just peeled 3-4's HP right onto Xiong alone. Like, this is like a warning.
Oh, they're looking to go. Musang King, he fight or die. He's going to look to retreat on this one. The top T3 still standing, but again, BSE, their base is looking to be in shambles.
Yep. And there's absolutely nothing on the map for the side of BSC because the closest one is on the opposite end. Because right now, CY is already starting to work on their Azure Golem.
Okay. Now we spot the goal difference here. It's 13 minutes. Who has the advantage? Look at that gold lead, man. Muchi, and as well as the counter part of like having Sai and Wendy as well. Slowly building on damage. Xiong is way behind of Wendy right now.
Yeah, and another thing, the pain point that he must face, Muji gets the Siege Breaker as well. He is so painful. I mean, I thought it was fast, but they're going to melt the damage down onto BSE even faster right now.
Okay, that's the question, right? How will they defend this lineup against Nova Esports? They had damage, yes. Nobody can come close. Ze and Musang King was really trying to get in the back line, but looking at this problem that Nova has been doing, they've been leaving tracks up front. They're really calling here to where the attention will go for BSE. So far, they have spotted one.
Okay, Xuan gonna get knocked out.
He's going to continue to fight with Musang King, who does knock him up with the Ruthless Assault, or with the Spear, excuse me. He's going to back off. CY on the backside, trying to go for JR. Mind you, JR has a pretty decent, you know, net worth. Unfortunately, though, he hasn't been able to convert those into kills.
Yeah, I think the positioning here of JR will be in check because we want to see how Ze can still move it, though. Like, how will Cannibal Blast form up with a line with JR's hindsight? Like, it's like a very important thing to note. How will the damage dish out for Nova without having a decent amount of front line? Again, Dharma can do it, Xiang can do it, but for now, he's really busy maintaining the waves down bottom and up top. So, will this items go for the distance, though?
I'm not sure, right? Because at this point, my focus actually is on Wendy and Xuan. They will be the ones that kind of settle and complete this game for the side of Nova, right? Because we're waiting for the Razor Cavalry from Xuan, I don't know, from wherever, but it has to come from the sides or the back. And Wendy coming in with the Reforged Blades to really just deal the pain against the lineup of BSC.
Yeah, man. Again, I'm going to go back to the draft once more. Whoever has the Zhang Nowadays wins, right? It has a great amount of recovery in the best of 3 and the best of 5. But I think we'll come to a situation that the Zhang Fei here will be respected and the game's moving forward. But with this kind of start that Nova did, nobody can come close against Muchi and Wendy, and that is the main problem of BSE right now.
I mean, BSE, though, are doing a good job of dealing the creep waves, right? I think they're able to keep themselves in it because of that. They're trying to slow the game down. But again, I think let's talk about one thing. In terms of late game of these drafts, who has the edge?
Nova has the edge. Muji is a absolute beast in damage. Wendy has the biggest burst potential. And I think these are the main two markers because if you look at Musang King, he's not very survivable. If he gets caught, he's gone. Right now, they're chasing him.
Oh, they're looking to
fight him.
go through the bushes. Oh, he's going to dash away a couple times. He's going to be chased. Muchi and CY honing in on him. They have found their prey. He gets couple bladed. Musang King trying to style his way around the heroic charge or the Soaring Green Dragon, pushing him away. Musang King does have the shields. He's going to continue to just attract attention, but he's in a bad spot. The heroic charge pushing him left, right, center, and Muchi gets the kill.
You might think that it was a suicidal mode for Musang King, but it was a complete way of pulling everybody out of Nova for him to be a great bait for Nova Esports. Man,
Why are they not checking the brushes? Right, this could be the turnaround that BSC is looking for. This Dharma is going to change this game.
completely.
I mean, he's looking to go. I mean, he's going to get spotted out here. CY will chase after him. And again, attracting attention. This is just so JR and, of course, Gion can just take down those Vanguards and slow the game down. This is one way of dealing with Vanguard.
Bro, they're willing to sacrifice another one from BSE. 7 seconds will be the time for Musang to respond. I hope this sacrifice will be enough for them to buy time to push through it with the games moving forward.
Oh no, Xuan's position is going to be very vital to catch JR. This catch him out though, that's the big thing.
Ooh, I think that's a thing, right? Nobody's checking the pushes now. Can you please check on what's going to happen? Because there's a lot of game-changing moments here that these two has a lot of compositions for a comeback. So far, Waves at mid, they need to be clear here on what would be the priority. There's one turret left standing, and slowly it will be taken away from BSE.
Yeah, Whippet helping the aggression as well. This could be the very last stand for the side of BSC.
Yeah, CY looking to go in. The Death Precipice is going to be used on that one. The base is just getting whittled down. They use a Razor Cavalry, and just like that, Nova Esports with all the damage will take game.
It's a slap to the face there, but BSC, they have to take this one because it was just a better drop. Although in the early stages of this game, I was kind of questioning, the quality pick, but they bought enough time and there was no way back in the game to